Okay, so real quick here, I had originally built this pretty heavy duty. Well, it would be heavy duty if these plates here were made out of the same 3/8 thickness, but this is 1/4 inch. 3/8 here, oh, this thing would be like, you know, slam into a car and it ain't doing nothing. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, insurance company, I don't have insurance on my tractor, so anyway, no, that's a whole nother story. Um, yeah, so what I did here is I always had problems. Oh, there goes the washer. Oh, okay, so it fell right over there. Okay. Um, I always had problems getting this pin that I fabricated for this using some cutouts that I made for some stuff I was thinking about making. Anyway, this thing just slides in here nice and smooth now. Before, it wouldn't slide in nice and smooth. I had to like bang it. It would get to about right here, and then right when it got to there, it would stop, and I'd have to bang it all the way through. One, because this rod was bent, and two, because the holes that I had drilled on here were not lining up with the holes on here as you go straight through. These holes actually were kicked up a little, so I had to take the oh gosh, I don't even know what you call it. I can't remember. My brain's on fart brain right now. One of these things. I would take that and wallow out the hole more toward the inside here so that this thing would slide right in. Like that. And the other thing was, this was two pieces of metal that I welded together here in the center. You see that? So it had like a bow to it that went like from that end to the other, so it was like wobble, wobble, wobble when you roll it. And I smashed it and did everything I could, and then I ground it down a little more in the center so that when I slide it in, it goes right in, you know. And then let's see, where'd that washer go? Here it is. And that washer goes on this side. I'm going to paint this washer and I'm going to paint this rod. I just got finished using the wire wheel on it here to make it nice and rust free, you know, because it's been sitting out in the weather for God knows how long, a couple years at least now, and it needs fresh paint. So I'm going to give it some fresh paint on that and that, and let's see. Well, here we go. This thing right here. That's how I hold it in place. Ideally, I don't know. I've been thinking. Yeah. There we go. That's on there. It ain't coming off. Okay, so ideally, here, I would make it to where these things are a little bit longer. So I'd weld a peg on here, you know, a little peg leg, a little 5-inch peg leg with a hole drilled through it where I could put a lock on it. So if I have this on my tractor and I leave it out overnight or whatever, people ain't going to come up and try and snag all the weights off of this because, well, I'll do the same here, weld the peg leg here and make it to where I put a lock here, you know what I'm saying? Either a key, yeah, probably a keyed lock here and here. So if I got a bunch of weights sitting on here, nobody's going to just pull a pin, slide it, and pull all the weights off, and I wake up the next morning and all my weights are gone. What? And my weight bracket too. So if I could lock that on, I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm paranoid, but that's true because maybe I am. But at the same time, you got to consider where I live, and shit ends up missing and getting stolen all the time. Even though I think I'm in a decent neighborhood, it doesn't always prove to be the case. Anyway, so yeah, so I could extend these out a little on each side, and then put a lock on them, you know, a keyed lock, and then put a keyed lock on this end, and it's going to take a little bit more effort of just besides just walking up, pulling the pin, sliding the rod, and running it off with, you know, $400 or $500 worth of weights. I don't know, what is that? Not that many, not that much. How much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 60. 6 times 60. What is that? 6 times 6, 360. Okay, so close to 400, I guess. After tax and shipping, you're looking at 450. Whatever. Anyway, I wasn't that far off, but you get the idea. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm drunk. I'm blah blah blah. You know, that's me. Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to show that I fixed the problem here that I had initially with this rod going through. Because I think initially when I welded it up, I was trying to pull it out and I couldn't because this pin was in it. Oh, fuck. Okay.